83-year-old Samuel often says something that makes people stop and think. You can't buy a long life, he smiles, but you can grow one. When you reach 65, you realize that longevity isn't about counting the years, it's about making the years count. You've already seen enough to know that time is precious, health is fragile, and peace of mind is worth more than anything money can buy. We often think that living a long life depends on luck, good genes, good doctors, good fortune. But ask anyone who's lived past 80 with a gentle smile and a clear mind, and they'll tell you it's about cultivation. Just like a garden, your life flourishes when you tend to it a little. Care each day, a little gratitude, and the patience to grow through every season. There's an old Japanese saying, "Those who cultivate the inner garden never fear the passing of time." And that's exactly what we're going to talk about today, the 5 things you can cultivate after 65 that not only help you live longer, but live better. Because real longevity isn't just about years, it's about joy, calm, and connection. Some people reach 80 and feel alive every single morning. Others stop living long before their bodies give up. The difference lies in what they choose to nurture the invisible roots that keep the soul healthy even when the body slows down. These 5 things aren't secrets or medical breakthroughs. They're timeless truths, simple, human, and available to anyone willing to live with awareness and love. So if you're someone who wants to live not just long, but well, this message is for you. And before we begin, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to Senior Ways, the place where we celebrate growing older with wisdom, humor, and heart. Because the longer you live, the more the world needs your light. Thing number 1, the body. Treat it like a garden, not a machine. When you're young, your body feels like a tool, something to push, to test, to challenge. But after 65, you start realizing it's more like a garden. It needs patience, care, and rhythm, not force. 82-year-old Margaret learned that lesson the hard way. For most of her life, she skipped breakfast, worked long hours, and slept too little. "I thought I was tough," she says. "Then my body reminded me who's in charge." After a small stroke at 70, she decided to live differently, gentler, slower, but wiser. Now she wakes up early, stretches by the window, and walks every morning, rain or shine. "I don't fight my body anymore," she says softly. "I listen to it. And when I listen, it speaks kindly back." Longevity starts with kindness, the kind you show your body. That means eating simply and gratefully. It means resting when you're tired, moving when you can, breathing deeply instead of rushing. It's not about perfection or strict diets. It's about harmony. Doctors say that moderate movement, walking, swimming, gardening, even light dancing lowers inflammation and improves memory. But more than that, it reminds your body it's still alive. And when your body feels respected, it gives you back energy, balance, and peace. So treat your body like a loyal companion, not a servant. Water it with rest, feed it with joy, move it with love. Because a garden that's tended daily will always find a way to bloom again, no matter how old its soil may be. Thing number 2, the mind. Keep it curious and awake. There's a glow that never fades from people who keep their minds alive. They might be 80, but their eyes sparkle like a child discovering something new. 77-year-old Frank calls it mental gardening. Every week he picks one new thing to learn, from playing the harmonica to studying constellations. It's not about mastering anything he says, it's about feeling alive enough to keep trying. Neuroscientists have found that learning new skills in older age actually rewires the brain, creating new connections, improving focus, and reducing the risk of memory loss. But beyond the science, curiosity keeps your spirit awake. It reminds you that life is still unfolding, that you're still part of something bigger, still growing, still invited to explore. And that kind of attitude makes you magnetic. People feel drawn to those who stay mentally young, not because of knowledge, but because of wonder. Curiosity also keeps loneliness away. When your mind is engaged, your heart stays light. You start seeing opportunity instead of limitation, possibility instead of boredom. It doesn't matter if you're reading, solving puzzles, taking online classes, or simply asking questions about the world. Every act of curiosity keeps your mind bright and your life rich. Frank likes to say, "My brain's not slowing down, it's just finally learning to enjoy the ride." The truth is, your mind doesn't age, it only settles. And if you refuse to let it settle, it will serve you faithfully for decades. So keep it curious, keep it humble, keep it learning, because a curious mind is the candle that keeps the long road ahead forever illuminated. In the next part, we'll explore thing number 3 and thing 4. One about nurturing the heart and emotions to stay at peace, and another about cultivating relationships that bring meaning, not noise. Before we continue, please take a moment to like this video and comment below. What small things do you do each day to take care of your body or your mind? Your wisdom might inspire someone else to begin their own quiet journey toward longevity. Thing number 3, the heart, protect your peace, let go of what hurts. After 65, you realize something profound. Peace is the new wealth. At this age, you stop chasing things and start cherishing calm. You've learned that no argument is worth your blood pressure and no grudge is worth your sleep. 76-year-old Gloria used to worry constantly about her children, her health, her bills, the state of the world. "Worry became my full-time job," she said with a sad laugh. "But one day my doctor told me, 'Gloria, your thoughts are wearing you out faster than your body ever could.'" That changed everything. So she started small morning prayer short walks, less news, more quiet. She learned to let go of things she couldn't fix. Now she says, "I protect my peace like it's gold," because it is. Doctors agree that emotional stress is one of the leading causes of early aging. Chronic anxiety raises blood pressure, weakens the immune system, and accelerates inflammation. But peace, even 5 minutes of it, can reverse all that. The secret to a long, peaceful life isn't having no problems. It's learning how to release them. Forgive even when you don't hear "I'm sorry." Let go even when there's no closure. Choose quiet instead of conflict. Choose rest instead of resentment. Because your heart deserves peace. And peace, when protected, becomes medicine for your body, your mind, and your years. So if you want to live long and well, let your heart be light. You've carried enough in this life. It's time to travel the rest of the way unburdened. Thing number 4, relationships. Keep the circle small but full of love. After 65, most people realize that friendship isn't about how many people you have around, it's about who still shows up when the noise fades. 80-year-old Ruth knows this well. After her husband passed, her phone stopped ringing as often. "At first I felt forgotten," she admitted, "but then I realized it wasn't loneliness, I feared it was emptiness. So I started filling that space differently." She joined a small knitting group at her local library. There were only 4 women, all widows. They started meeting every Tuesday, and soon those afternoons became sacred. They laughed, cried, and shared memories. "We mended more than sweaters in that group," Ruth says. "We mended our hearts." Longevity researchers from Harvard's Study of Adult Development, one of the longest-running studies in history, discovered something astonishing. The single strongest predictor of long life and happiness isn't wealth, diet, or exercise. It's the quality of your relationships. Good relationships protect both your heart and your brain. People who feel connected tend to live longer, heal faster, and handle stress better. It's not about having a full social calendar, it's about having a full heart. At this stage of life, choose relationships that bring peace, not pressure. Keep people around you who listen, laugh, and remind you who you are. And never underestimate the power of kindness. Even small talk with a neighbor or a smile at the grocery store adds invisible years to your life. Because love in any form keeps the soul young. Ruth said it best, "Friendship doesn't stop loneliness, it replaces it with belonging." In the next part, we'll explore thing number 5, the final and perhaps most spiritual habit that makes long life truly meaningful, and then wrap up with a heartfelt recap and reflection on what it means to be truly blessed. Before we move on, please take a moment to like this video and comment below. Who's one person in your life that brings you peace or joy? Tag them, call them, or simply whisper a thank you in your heart. because they're part of your blessing. Thing number 5, the spirit. Stay grateful and connected to something greater. When 86-year-old Walter was asked the secret to his long life, he smiled and said, "I thank God before I open my eyes each morning." He paused and added, "Gratitude is what keeps my heart young." As we grow older, our bodies slow down, our memories soften, and our days become quieter. But if there's one thing that keeps the soul vibrant, it's gratitude. Not the kind you feel once in a while, but the kind you practice daily, the habit of saying, "I am thankful even now." Gratitude transforms how you experience aging. It turns ordinary mornings into gifts, small meals into feasts, and simple company into blessings. You begin to see that life doesn't have to be perfect to be precious. 79-year-old Clara keeps a small notebook by her bed called the Blessing Book. Every night she writes down 3 things she's grateful for, sometimes as small as the smell of rain or a call from my grandson. She says it helps her sleep better, but more than that, it helps her live better. Gratitude doesn't fix everything, she says, but it keeps me from forgetting what's still beautiful. Science agrees. Studies show that older adults who regularly express gratitude experience lower blood pressure, better immune function, and greater happiness. But what's beyond science is deeper gratitude reconnects you with the sacred rhythm of life itself. When you live in thanks, you stop feeling like life owes you anything and start realizing that everything you have is already enough. Faith, gratitude, and a sense of purpose, these are the invisible nutrients of longevity. You don't need to belong to a specific religion to feel them. You just need to believe that your life, with all its ups and downs, still matters deeply. Because people who live with gratitude don't just live longer, they live lighter. As Walter says, the secret isn't to ask for more years. It's to make sure every year you get is worth remembering. Final thoughts. Let's take a moment to remember the 5 things that, when cultivated with love, make the years after 65 truly blessed. First, care for your body like a garden, gently daily with patience and respect. Second, keep your mind curious. Learning keeps the light on inside you. Third, guard your heart's peace. Let go of what hurts and protect your calm. Fourth, cherish real relationships, not the loudest ones, but the truest ones. And fifth, nourish your spirit with gratitude. Find joy not in what's missing, but in what remains. If you tend to these 5 parts of life: body, mind, heart, relationships, and spirit, you don't just add years to your life. You add life to your years. Longevity isn't about avoiding death. It's about embracing life fully, right here, right now. Because the people who live long and well aren't the ones who avoid pain, they're the ones who keep finding reasons to smile through it. If this message touched your heart today, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe, and share it with someone who could use a little light. You never know, your kindness might be the blessing someone else is praying for. And before you close this video, take one quiet breath. Feel the air move through your chest. Feel your heart still beating, steady, faithful, alive. That heartbeat is your miracle. That breath is your blessing. So as you move through this beautiful stage of life, remember, don't count your years, make your years count. Care for yourself like you're worth the time, because you are. You are proof that life, when tended with love, never stops blooming. From all of us at Senior Ways, may you live long, live gently, and live gratefully, because those who do are truly blessed.